Greetings and welcome to Chinese food in Milan. In case you're wondering whether there's a Chinatown in this city, I'm walking through it now. Milan has the largest and the oldest Chinese community in Italy. In fact, it's one of the most populated countries by Chinese citizens, only overshadowed by France and the UK. Since the 1920s, Chinese have been coming here in order to set up textile and leather businesses. In the Second World War, there was more demand for leather in order to supply the soldiers at the time. I'm very excited to be part of this district, and I'm hoping to get some very exciting variety of food from various regions of China, something that you can't find in a lot of cities in Europe. So, without further ado, let's dive into my first restaurant. This is the place I'm heading to. It's a traditional Zhejiangese restaurant which focuses more specifically on breakfast. Let's go and take a look. I've ordered 5 dishes here. This is the sticky rice with the fried bread, tofu soup with the meat. This is baozi, very common across China. 2 fried breads and the seaweed soup. I don't really know where to begin. Perhaps the seaweed soup to start with.
Baozi started out as a peasant dish eaten as a staple among the working class. The core ingredients are therefore relatively simple, constituting flour, yeast, sugar and oil, used to make the dough. Fillings can be various, with the common ones being minced meat, bean paste and vegetables. As these are normally eaten for breakfast, they should not be confused with dumplings, which are often boiled or pan-fried. Conversely, baozi are mainly steamed.
Chinatown is not big. It covers just several blocks from the Bramante Street on the east and the Canonica Street on its west. The Paolo Sarpi intersects the district into 2 parts.
Chinatown straddles the north of Zone 1 by the busy Paolo Sarpi. It's easily reachable on foot from a number of metro stations such as Moskova. Alternatively, you can hop on a number of trams and buses, which will take you to the edge or heart of the district. The next place on my list is a Malatang restaurant. The cuisine originates from the central region of China in Sichuan. You pick various ingredients to your liking as you place them in a bowl. There were all sorts of surprises here.
Then weighed in order to establish how much it's going to cost, and then they take it into this little kitchen and it's cooked. Now this is where you make the sauces that you require. This one here is a peanut sauce. We have some in here coriander and some chives. This one is garlic sauce. This is sugar and another type of chili sauce. And last but not least is the oyster sauce.
After lunch here, I decided to make for other parts of Milan before returning later for dinner with a view to experiencing a different feeling of the place.
So I'm now heading back into Chinatown. As you can see, it's a stark contrast to how it was earlier. Respectively, there's a lot more life, a lot more atmosphere, and I'm heading now to find street food. I'm now queuing for the pancakes, which is located on the busy Paolo Sarpi, the busiest street in Chinatown. It's just coming up to 7:25. So let's see how long it will take, shall we? One traditional Shandongese pancake. Wow, delicious. It's not too dry either. Looks quite dry, but it's very moist, and there's a lot of flavour packed into this. Very authentic. Right, over to the next place. So this is Mr. Pie, and in this particular place they focus on pancake from Zhejiang, which is a province next to Shanghai, where I used to live, in fact. This one is very much focusing on salty and spicy flavours here. It's quite thin, so let's dive in and have a look. I'm going to order the jinyu and the focaccia bread. It comes to €6 in total. So far, with the other pancake, which also was €6. Now, jinyu and focaccia. Tapo. Got my pancakes from Zhejiang. It looks a bit like a naan bread, but it's very much a pancake. And this is the pancake, breakfast pancake, sliced up into chunks. Now, this sauce that they put over it certainly smells much like a sort of spicy Indian curry. Sesame seeds on top. Like the last pancake, very moist. Quite chewy. And of course delicious. I do love this sauce. This is very crispy. Inside here is what you can see is dried vegetables. Similar concept as these, the sesame seeds on top. It's very Moorish. This is a Zhejiangese restaurant off the main street of Paulo Sarpi. I've just ordered chicken feet. These chicken feet are skinned, the bones are taken out, and it's served with coriander and chili. There's a very oily sauce in the middle of it in order to give it the moisture and consistency it currently has. That's amazing. It's got a slight sweet taste to it. It's a little bit spicy, but my old motto is everything should be tried more than once. And the first time I ever tried chicken feet, I can't say that I took to it very much. But the more I've tried chicken feet over the last few years, the more I get absolutely hooked on it. It really is a wonderful dish. It's got a lot of flavour. It's definitely very chewy, but the sauce really works into the cartilage and skin. It's a beautiful dish. Here comes the next one, and this is This is raw crab. It's covered in garlic, coriander, once again. This is soy sauce. And I'm not going to take a lot of this, but just enough to get a feeling for how it tastes. I'm going to dip it in the sauce here. It's beautifully presented. Wow, that is just... It's just so silky. It just sort of glides down your throat. And I can really taste the garlic coming out here. I've never had raw crab before, but I can honestly say this is on par with the cooked crab that one is so used to if seafood is your preference. It's not as strong as cooked crab in my opinion. It's not very salty. It's just a beautiful dish. This one here cost €10, and over here the chicken feet cost £5. Oh, thank you. Super. Well, I've built up quite a sweat from this. 8 courses later, I decided to go for the Sago dishes, which is across Southeast Asia. And of course, this being Chinatown, it doesn't quite resemble so much Chinese cuisine. However, this is still something you can find within mainland China. Effectively, it's a composition of fresh fruit, sago, which is found within palm leaves, and various other delights. There is also some types of gelatine which constitute these wonderful desserts. It's very, very refreshing, and in tropical temperatures, it's an ideal remedy. This takes me back to Southeast Asia. I love it. Delish. It's been very eventful trying different foods from various regions of China, where dishes go far beyond simply rice and noodles. I will be producing more food videos on other parts of Europe. In the meantime, stay safe, and you'll see me on my next video. Bye for now.